Hello, everybody, and welcome back to episode 7 of Over the Rainbow podcast. As always, I am Bobster, and I am joined by True North. Wow, you just didn't say anything.
That is what I say that every single time.
Your mic cut out. Today, we're joined by two of quite possibly the best gunners in all of Canada. We're joined by...
North? Oh, sorry.
We're joined by Invited. Say hi.
What's up? And there's no best gunners. We are the best gunners.
Oh, okay. And we're also joined by Kyle.
It's good to be here. I'm gonna second what Invited said. We are the best gunners.
There you go. I was really tempted to introduce you guys as quite possibly the most unknown players in North America, but after proving yourselves in the face of TMs, I feel like you've earned the right to be semi-known. So just let's get into a little bit like on your guys' backstories in Siege. Whoever wants to go first, you can just kind of start out by telling us how you got started in Siege, what platform, and how you progressed to where you are now in the competitive scene.
Let Kyle take that. He's his is less short because he's a random, but
Yeah, unknown. Mostly unknown to the majority. From the start, I guess I wasn't planning on getting Siege in the first place, but a buddy of mine, me and Mockern are both mutual friends of him, actually convinced me to play Siege, and that's when I fell in love. I've been playing since launch. I was playing for about 2 years until I actually met this guy here, Invited, and then we've been playing together ever since. We both moved to PC together for PC Siege, and then we both joined the Leviathans together. And here I am today. 1 CL qual, no success, but I'm pushing towards it for the next one.
Yeah, round 2's on its way.
oh, way to be emotional about it.
No emotions.
Yeah, I've been playing since year 1, the first season. I think that was Black Ice.
Yes.
I didn't play the. I played a bit of the beta, but I actually didn't like it, so I just stopped. And then Zach convinced me to get it as well, and then I got it during Black Ice, and I didn't play too much of it. I was kind of like a casual. I used to play on a different account before that PSN account got stolen, so yeah. Then I moved to PC 3 seasons ago, and I've just fucking been playing Siege like crazy. So much. Me and Wilson like been on Leviathans, going pretty well. Once we get that 5th, we should be able to make CACL. So I know the Americans are gonna laugh at us because we said CACL, but yeah, it should go good. I like Siege a lot. We play with Bobster, the shitter.
Yeah, that's tough,
This is
but
true.
we're making do.
Good podcast owner, but shitter on Siege.
Yeah.
Don't expose me
I'll
like
second
that. Oh, really? You don't play anymore.
To be fair, I haven't played with you in a while, so
This is true. That's
my
probably
memory is fading.
It's probably for your own good.
He's on with
Probably,
Ben.
honestly.
But yeah, so some of the stuff we wanted to talk about today, when the time this is going to be released, the new update for Siege came out with a new game mode. It's called Sugar something?
Sugar Fight.
Sugar Fright.
Sugar Fright.
It's terrible.
Yeah, I wanted to hear your guys' takes on the game modes. I guess you can go first, Invited.
That game mode is the worst Halloween event I've ever experienced in my life. Yes, okay, it's fun, but not for Halloween. Like, what are
It's
you
a
doing?
Christmas one. Why is it Halloween? It should be for Christmas.
Easter, like, I don't give a shit what other day, just not Halloween. Like last year's was so much fun. That like Michael Myers one or whatever
Yeah,
Oh yeah, that was a
on
lot of
theme
fun.
park. It was
didn't
so
play
much
that.
fun.
that was a lot of fun.
Like, and it was spooky.
It was.
All those
Oh,
people's
yeah.
masks and shit. Now we got like fucking Kermit the Frog as Termite. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It's so whack. And then all the skins to make it even better are fucking. They're all the same.
The Muppets.
So if you want to buy them all, all the camos on all those guns are the same. Even the Universal one's the same.
Yeah.
Like Ubisoft, you're not getting my money this time. Like, it's so bad. I
You
can't
like-
believe it, man.
I feel like they just kind of like threw this kind of together. Like maybe they were working on it like a little bit, and they were like, "Oh shit, we need a Halloween event," and they just kind of like slapped it all together quick, and we're like,
Probably
"Hey,
just moved the Christmas one over, like fuck it, and they just
exactly."
Like, if you're gonna make a shit event for Halloween, at least give good camos. Like,
True.
there's nothing good. Anyways, yeah, pretty whack.
I think like so I was playing earlier today, and for me, 3 of the people left in like the first like 2 minutes of the game, and the other 2 guys just sat in their spawn and didn't leave the entire game. So you couldn't kill them because they just had their guns on the only staircase in or out of it, and you couldn't like you just like couldn't win. We ended up winning just because we had gotten the advantage beforehand, but it was just pointless. We were all just standing outside with guns in our hands, just doing nothing.
It's just like, it's actually a decent aim trainer, I will have to admit, because it's real people. Like, if they could just make that the aim trainer, sure, I could see this being like a thing, like respawning, but like, it's not Siege. Also the sights are not calibrated properly at all. If you notice that, like, hit reg is terrible in that game mode. Has anybody noticed that?
I
would assume it's because they're putting scopes on weapons that normally don't have. Like, for example, the R4C has the 2 times.
Yeah.
I assume that's the reason why, because they didn't really have, like, they didn't calibrate it properly or, like, didn't align it properly. That's what I would assume is the reason for that.
Yeah, it's bad. Yeah, that's like I said, it's a good game mode, but for Halloween, that is probably the worst. Like, whoever the hell your developer is for that, you need to, like, exile him. Like,
oh my God.
literally exile
No respect.
him. Like the Neanderthal he is for making that.
Okay, but I will say, I think the concept of it, like the TDM style, is cool. Like, it's very unique.
Yeah,
because Siege has never
agree.
been like that before. But I think just the way that, like, I think the appealing, like the cosmetic appeal of it is just real bad. It's not going to make them a lot of money.
Like I said, good aim trainer. Do I want Siege to be a respawn game mode? No, that's why I don't play COD.
Yeah.
Like, I play Siege because it's different. That respawn game mode is literally COD 2.0. Like, wow, Ubisoft, way to be creative, dude. Like, it's kill confirmed. Like, what the fuck? Like, it's literally kill confirmed.
Yeah.
Like,
Sweaty as fuck as well. Oh my God.
it's
Playing
so-
with me last night, I was just bitching the entire time.
In regards to the new game mode, I don't know if you guys heard about it, but like Shroud a little bit ago made some comments about the game saying that it doesn't really have, it's too hardcore, like the game, like Siege is too sweaty, and that there's no real options for casual people just to play. I don't know if you guys heard about that, but what do you guys think about? Oh, okay. So what do you guys think about, a respawn mode, even if it's not this rendition of it that they added in, but like some sort of respawn mode that would be like permanently in the game? Like, what do you guys think about that?
I think, like, I'm gonna give you my peel on it. I think no, because Siege, it's like CS:GO 2.0. CS:GO tried to get its casual fan base, but they realized that you can't have the best of both worlds. You either have the competitiveness or you have casual. You can, like, it's too hard to please both. So I think in order for the esports scene to actually fully blow up, they need to get rid of this casual bullshit. Like, obviously have some, like, keep it the way it is, but focus more on the competitive players and the ranked, like, players. Like, the more people who are actually trying to get good at the game rather than pleasing the, like, silvers, bronzes, and all those people that actually have a little bit of a dictate on the way the game's played. Like, as you notice, like, there's so much dumb shit that's been implemented because people bitch about it. Mostly the people bitching about it are the low ranks. Yeah, pros bitch, but they don't actually even listen to the pros as much as they should. You know what I mean? Like, there's no actual, like Valorant, for example. Valorant's system is so good. The game's shit. I hate that game. But the way they developed it is good because they had ex-CSGO pro players and like really high up players make that game. That's the thing with Siege. No good developer made that game. Like, if you watch Ubisoft, like, when they play the game, they are so fucking bad, the developers. Like, they're terrible.
I mean, but they're
Like,
not supposed to be. They're not training to be pros.
Yeah,
at
but
it. They
if
just play
you're-
for fun.
Yeah, but if that's the thing, this game isn't for fun. This game is, that's what I'm saying. This game should be for competitive. They
you
need to
mentioned-
take the competitive voices. They don't
Well,
listen
they
to the
do.
competitive
They
players.
have like they'll have the people come and beta
Really?
test. Well,
They took Bucks nades.
no. But they'll have people come and test the game like months before we even hear about like operators coming out.
Not pros though.
Yeah, they do. If you go.
They
The
do,
only,
yeah.
the only reason I hear about
Do
it is
they?
because I
I
listen to
didn't
the
know
6
that.
on
Yeah,
6
they're like
podcast,
workshops.
and Canadian talks about it, like how many times he's been flown out, and it'll be like a weekend where he plays a bunch of stuff that they're just trialing, and then like
Why is it?
what's up?
Why don't they listen to them?
Oh, they do.
So
they
the
have,
thing
they
is
get
that they
feedback.
do, yeah, they give their feedback, and a lot of stuff actually gets changed before launch. But in a lot of the recent, in a lot of the cases, it still doesn't matter. Like the operator is still broken, the whatever is still broken. Like, for example, when Lion was getting trialed, like when they were testing Lion, the pros were like, "This is bad. Like you can't launch him like this," and they made like some minor tweaks, but then launched him with literally like what he launched as. So yeah, they do listen to the pros, but then also they don't. It's like they do both,
Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. Like the pros
Yeah.
had a similar reaction to Callie when she came out. Like they're like, this is gonna be like game breaking. But like, look at her now. I think she's in a decent spot. She's not OP. She's not like, she's kind of like average,
Yeah, I agree. I don't know.
Um,
Like I said, like I'm basically saying, I think they just need to push the competitive side. I don't think there should be any casual like playing to it.
But the
You
casual
mentioned
makes
But I'm
you
a
CS:GO.
money.
competitive player. But I'm a competitive player. That's why
Yeah.
I'm saying that. So I'm pretty biased.
You mentioned CS:GO. CS:GO has a team deathmatch mode, but everybody uses that for warm up. And I think a deathmatch mode like they have right now, just not an event, but a generalized deathmatch would be perfect. I've heard nothing but good things on Twitter, like from everybody. I think it's unanimous that everybody likes it. I don't think they're gonna have a deathmatch for the purpose of like a primary game mode. I think it's perfect as just a warm up mode, exactly how CS:GO does it.
Yeah, I
think
agree
that's
with that.
perfect.
That's true. I agree with that.
Way better than Terrorist Town. Like you're fighting real people, and that's so much more impactful. I find.
Yeah, like Valorant has the same thing as well. So yeah, I think that's a good idea personally as well.
The one thing I just wanted to say though is the casual scene is where they make their money though,
That's true.
because any competitive player nowadays, you're not buying skins unless it's the esports skins, and most of that money is going back to the orgs and stuff like that.
And it's only like a small, tiny
Right.
fraction of the player base. Like it's minuscule compared to the millions and millions of players that
Yeah.
just play it casually.
Right. Yeah. So that's where they go to make their money. So I mean, you do have to please both worlds because at the end of the day, it's still business. They're still trying to make money.
Then again, they also make money from their competitive scene in terms of orgs investing,
Yeah, yeah.
like Twitch views, all that kind of stuff.
That's true.
So again, it's kind of like really difficult just to be like just one or the other. You kind of need a mix of both, but then if you do that, you're not going to fully please one side or the other. It's just not possible.
Yeah, it's like that ex-girlfriend in grade 11.
You just can't please her.
No, you can't please her.
Sure.
I don't mean sexually, boys. Relax.
That's what I was. My bad.
I
Your
didn't take it
virgin
that,
heads,
don't
like-
worry.
Fucking weirdos. Get me off this podcast.
You guys were begging to be on it, but that's out of. It's not in the question right
I
now.
wouldn't say begging.
We
Oh,
blessed you with an appearance.
Yeah,
Blessed.
we blessed
Oh,
you.
okay,
You're
my
you're
bad.
in the presence of the dynamic duo who had Beezer shaking in his boots. Fucking guy's ego's bigger than his forehead.
Who were you talking about?
Beezer on Twitter.
Never heard of him. Oh, that Randy on Twitter. Oh,
You
now you're
guys
jogging my memory.
LOL.
So
Yeah.
Kyle,
Speaking of that, I want to talk about
Oh, okay. Yeah,
how
I was gonna
bad
say.
the community is. Like how much ego there is. Like how like just oh my god, like how tight the circles are for pros and Challenger League players and all that. How they keep their circles so small and don't let anybody in that circle. Like look at FPL. Like you literally have to be fucking invited. Like that's my point
Well,
right there. Like pros need to
technically-
vote you in.
Technically, aren't you invited?
Yes, I am invited, but I'm not invited to FPL. But what
Yeah.
I'm saying is like FPL is like they do votes. Like
Right.
Yardy, look how long it took Yardy to get in there. He had to get
he
voted
wasn't
in.
originally in at first. Yeah.
He should have been in it. Like that guy's actually good. Like
He's
should
he's
be
in
it.
CL, top 2
Yeah.
in CL.
Like that made no sense to me how he'd get voted in. Kickstar was in it. Like he got voted in. He should have already been in it. He's a good player. Just because he's a caster doesn't mean he's not a good player. He played pro. Like I don't know. Just the way the community is for Siege is just political. Like I feel like it's politics. And
That's true,
how toxic good players are. Not even good players actually. Like known players, so-called known, like it's who you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like for example, like that Beezer killed Kid Wilson.
Yeah.
Guy's got like 900 followers, but his ego's bigger than his forehead.
I would say like just as the community as a whole, I think that like yes, pro players have their own, they kind of do their own thing, but the most toxic people is anybody in gold and platinum. They think they are the greatest people to ever play the game.
I wouldn't say really gold because they're
Gold ones.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
I don't know. I never talked to them.
I think the diamonds and champs have the
Yeah,
biggest
that's
egos.
what I think too.
Really?
That's
Definitely.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
for
110%
sure.
agree with that. I don't think it's the golds.
The golds just think they're just better than they actually are when they're not. They're like they have the most disproportionate view of their own skill. But
Maybe that's
the
what I'm
diamonds and champions, they're always talking about how known they are. They will always bring it to Twitter to try to expose you or whatever. They're all about clout and shit. They'll always ask you like, "Who are you? Who is this random?" Blah blah blah. Kind of like we do as a joke. They do it for serious.
Yeah, they do it serious. That's why we do it. That's why me and Wilson started that because a lot of games we play, like if me and him are duo queuing, we'll top frag, and these diamonds are like, man, we got plat 1 and a plat 2 on our team. Like, who are these randoms?
Yeah.
And then me and Wilson are like literally top fragging. At the end of the game, we're like, I'm like this to Wilson. I forget the kid's name, but he got so mad at us, and I'm like, who are these randoms, Kyle? Like, look at him bottom fragging on our team. Bunch of randies, and they just get so mad at us. Like
Yeah,
it's
I forget
just,
this.
it's so crazy. I don't understand
Well,
those players.
I guess for me it was also like this played into effect the face at 10 man we played the other night where we all kind of solo queued. I got put on a team with 4 randoms and they got put on a team together, or most of you and Air Force, and but like my team after the first round they were just going at each other's necks trying to ego each other about like, oh, how many followers do you have on Twitter, like what's your KD, oh, you were an ESA for 1 season but then you bottom fragged for 1 game and then you got kicked out. Like it was just like, oh my gosh, like I was just playing the game and they were fine towards me. Like I would, like if I like dropped a 3K or like clutched up, they'd be like, oh, nice job, man, and then they go right back to like just absolutely flaming each other, and it was an awful experience.
Those are the people that we hate.
Like T3, T4.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Like the 7 spades guy. Remember, we were messing him up in a TM before we lost, but he's like, "Oh, where can I get a trial for Lev? Just being passive aggressive as fuck."
yeah, when we were slamming him.
Yeah. There's no winning. If you're not known, if you're not
that's the
popular,
thing. That's the thing. There's literally like when it comes to like CL players, pro players, if you like playing against them in a ranked game, if you beat them, they get mad at you. If you
lose to them, you get shit talked.
If you lose to them, you get shit talked. If you like do anything, it's just always you're in the wrong every single time, no matter what. And this happens just with anyone who's like popular or well known anywhere in the planet. This is just how it works. Whoever's the more known person, everyone's gonna take their side every single time.
You could fry the kid. Like you could absolutely outplay him, fry him, and then he calls you a rat.
And then you're done. That's it. He's like, you're a rat, and then everyone just like, that's it.
You get gang beat on Twitter.
and if you continue it, he'll put you on Twitter, and you get flamed by his feeder.
Yeah,
fans.
like Cartley, the Cartley fans. Oh my god, that guy's got the most toxic like Twitter base like on the planet.
I don't know him. So
This is just generally how it's like, honestly.
Yeah. Basically all of Siege. I don't understand why. Siege never used to be like that, to be honest.
Oh, Siege.
They don't.
It's when you get into the competitive. That's what it
like I
becomes.
honestly think in the past 2 years, Siege has become such an awful community. Like just toxicity wise.
I agree. Like before, like competitive was a little bit, but it was more banter. Now it's actually like
friendly.
toxicity. Yeah. Like it's bad now. I don't understand why.
There's people like Super Seth, like he goes on there, but I don't think everybody takes him that seriously anymore.
No,
like that's
he's
just
more
that's just that, yeah, that's just like his character. But then like you drop beneath like the T1, T2 stuff to like that T3 level where everybody thinks that they belong at the highest level. And that's where it gets really ugly because like people are in other people's comment sections. Just it's a complete mess.
I agree. It's I don't get it, man. Like you said, Super Seth. He's not really like that either. Like he kind of has the same persona as me. You know what I mean? Like joking. Like I'm never really serious. Like when we're like joking around, you're like, "Shut up, Bob." You know what I mean?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah,
Well,
that's like.
Sometimes to be
like
fair, he
Super
is
Seth.
serious.
Who, Seth?
Yeah,
Yeah, sometimes, yeah. But when he was talking about
you
Jolton,
can tell. You can tell.
Yeah.
when he's talking about Jolton that one time, he wasn't being serious. Like he's like, "Oh well, if I was Jolton, I'd be pretty nervous about not being able to be on a CL or PL team right now." Like, you know what I mean? Like, shit like that. I don't understand. That's just like just the way it's going. Like I've honestly I've died down of just even responding. Like today's like the first time I responded in a while to like these people. Like you even asked Wilson in the TMs. He's like, "I'm gonna shit talk this Moeezy guy because he thinks he's the best." I'm like, dude, don't even do it. It's not worth it anymore. Yeah, I don't know if you saw that beef there north on Twitter. If you follow Beezer.
No, I don't. I didn't see it. I'll have to look at it afterwards. Why were you playing like a 10-man or something with him?
Yeah, we faced him and he beat us. But when he was on his team, he bottom fragged. When he was on our team,
Yeah.
and he was like talking shit the whole time. They were like talking about like just went in like he was not even a diamond. Like he was a plat 2 with a 0.9, and he just has that one 10-man server. You know, it's GMs for all. So that's how he knows all these players. So it's just that's how the community is. It sucks,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it's the way the whistle blows, boys.
Sad.
Yeah.
Sad face.
But we don't have to be part of the problem, and that's all you can do, really.
Yeah, that's true. Speaking of competitive Siege, do you guys see the way the format is for Invitational?
I did not know when they dropped that.
Format?
Yeah, the format's out for the Invitationals.
Well, I'm assuming it's going to be online, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna be.
What is it going to be if you want to debrief us quick?
Yeah, let me see if I can find it quick. You guys can talk about something else.
Okay. Oh, real quick, something that I wanted to talk about was with the now that it's been in the game for a little bit, what do you guys think of the shield changes, specifically to Monty? Do you think that was a good thing? Do you think it was a bad thing? Do you think it was like...
I think it makes them unplayable now. I think it was stupid.
I was going to say,
was...
I haven't seen him played like maybe but twice since then.
They've already made him shit. Like, like the fact that like people think Monty takes no skills, but in reality, he takes a lot of skill because before that, his ADS time was so fucking slow. You would already have to be pre-ADS to get a kill. And I don't know. People bitch about him, and that's just one of the things that happened. Like people bitched about him, and now he's got that. I think that's whack.
How about you, Kyle?
I don't understand what they did to him. I read the patch notes, but like, are you able to explain it? Actually,
So yes, so when Monty is full shielded now, like it's fully extended.
Yeah.
And you go up and you melee it, it's kind of similar to how Clash's shield gets knocked back, but not as severe. So like you can like knock it back and see like his knees from like his knees down. And
What the fuck?
so like in close quarters, Monty is no longer viable like at all. I mean like like you can melee him. Some other changes they made to shields that people just might not know about. We talked about it in the last podcast, but players who stand behind shields take less damage, but shields now take more damage from explosives. I believe I'm quoting that accurately.
yeah, I saw that.
Which I think is the worst thing in the world because I can't tell you. When I played on Xbox, I loved playing Blitz because people just couldn't deal with him. Like after he was like super OP and he was kind of like toned down, he was still really good. But then they made the changes to impact grenades to where you would throw 2 impact grenades at the front of his shield and he would be instantly downed. And then they buffed it now. Like Blitz is legit unplayable. I don't see any viable situation where you would ever bring him unless you're like mint and you're just crazy.
Yeah, you can't even use, like you said, you can't even use Blitz anymore. Like, he's literally like garbage. ADS time's super slow. The flashes are inconsistent as hell. You need to be kissing the dude on the lips to
And
be
there's a
able to
cooldown
actually
on them
flash
now.
him. Yep, it's just, it's so stupid, dude. Like, it's so
Yeah.
stupid.
Yeah, I think they're. I honestly feel like they're just trying to kick shields out of the game. I mean, like
Yep.
people get frustrated playing against shields, but like if you have a good shield player, you can like really work that into a strategy. And now it's to the point where it's just utility burn and guns. It's like really what it's coming down to.
Yep, like you said, they're pushing shields out. Pros don't want it. They think it's a crutch play, so push them out. Which I think the game's turning more into gunning than it is actually strategic and 5-man pushing. So
Might as well.
yeah, it's more of swing or be swung now, like I've been saying for the last month. It just kind of sucks because like I love strategy, and that just the game's not really strategy anymore. It's all pure gun skill. So all those smart players that lack gun skill are gonna get taken out by players who have all gun skill and not the biggest brain. You know what I mean? Like all the Ash mains.
That's my cue to leave.
Yeah, see ya, Bob.
I feel I just can't compete with, like, I can do everything right in a round, but if they just swing me and kill me, that's it. Like, I just can't compete with that. That's why I don't really play Siege a whole lot anymore, because I feel like I liked it for the wrong reasons. Because like, I'm not that great when it comes to aim, but like I feel like I kind of know what I'm doing when it comes to like strategies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's like, yeah, it's just like you can try and do everything that you can, but I mean, if they just make a hero play and just out aim you, what can you do? You can't really strategize against that, you know?
Right.
I totally agree. Like even me, like I have gunny, but sometimes like there's these cracked out Adderall freaked kids with just insane. So
Yeah.
not much you can do.
Were you able to find the invitational stuff?
No, I will not. I'm gonna go on, load up the game and see if I can see it on the page, because that's where I saw it. I was trying to look it up online. Then I got caught. If I'm gonna be honest, I actually got caught looking at merchandise for Siege.
That's funny.
Oh my god.
What do you guys think about the Cyclops? I don't know if you guys knew about this. The Cyclops Gaming, like they threw one of their matches so that they could get. Like,
Oh, the better seating.
yeah.
Was,
Think about
like,
that.
why? Oh my God! Speaking of that, I can see that you're a man of Twitter. Their coach went on fucking Twitter and said, "Yeah, if you guys were wondering why we looked like we were playing off today, oh, we did that on purpose for better seating."
Yeah.
What? Dude, you just admitted to match fixing. Literally, a CS:GO team got perma-banned. I Buy Power or whatever, isn't that the name? He got banned for fixing matches.
And Aces got banned, or he got benched for like 2 or 3
Yes.
Pro League games for fixing a match. But I don't know if they can. Has Ubisoft or Face It
I haven't
taken
heard of
like,
anything.
action
I
against
have
them?
not. There needs to be action though. Like you need to not be in Pro League. You need to be suspended. Like you can't fix matches. Like if you're gonna, okay, you know what? You know what? You can fix matches. Everybody does it. Every sport, every esport, everybody does it if
Yes.
they have to. Don't talk about it, you meathead. Like, like I know when I played hockey and in a tournament, if we knew that the loser bracket was going to be easier, we would
For that.
like say or less. I was the starting goalie. We would pull me and put in our backup goalie, just to make it like a little slower. We would also rest players, knowing that the loser bracket's going to be easier and we won't play the good team till the finals. And like it's the same thing. Like you don't mention match fixing though. Like you're just like, oh my God, that blows my mind that coach isn't fired for saying that. Like if I was an org owner, I'd be like, big brain plays, yo, good job, like low key fixing a match, but don't talk about it. They talked about it.
Yeah.
Like,
But I mean, again, I haven't even heard anything that's going on with that, like in terms of getting suspended or anything. But
me either.
I don't even know if anything's going to happen. I guess we won't really know until either a statement is made or lack thereof, because we just literally have no idea. Maybe they're like talking with Face It or Ubisoft right now. But I mean, it sucks like to be put in that position though at the same time, because like it's the system's fault, because if you're in a position where if you win you're in a worse spot, like in my opinion the system has failed. But then again, like you said, it's in every single sport. no matter
Yeah.
what. So I actually have literally no idea what to do about that. I have no idea how to fix that. Like I just don't. Unless you guys, if you guys have any input on it, like I have
Dude,
zero clue.
if they're Face It, I love Face It. They've done a lot better than ESL, but the format is flawed as hell. Like,
And it's different in every region. That's another
yes,
issue.
it's not consistent. Also, the fact that, especially for CL quals, for example,
Yep.
there needs to be a Swiss system or the loser bracket system. I think that's the same thing, actually.
Double elimination.
Yeah, double elimination or Swiss. And there isn't that. So, like, for example, USCL. Two great teams. Everybody thought, man, there's no other teams. Those two teams are going CL. There's no way. What does Face It do?
PogChamp and Ape. Yeah.
PogChamp and Ape play each other.
Yep.
Now, there's 5 people on PogChamp that now are not going to be in CL. And now they're playing T3 leagues, which also that brings to another thing. Why are rosters locked? Like, this isn't the playoffs. It should be the same format as hockey, basketball, like where there's a trade deadline or an agency deadline, because all those CL players that were really good that didn't make it could play on some PL player teams right now. Like,
CL teams.
for example, Tempo Storm.
Yeah.
No offense, Jarvis, but you are washed. You do not belong on Tempo Storm. If I'm gonna do it from an analyst standpoint, you should not be in PL right now. You should go back to the drawing board. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's some better players there, man. Like,
Yeah.
in CL.
Like I love Jarvis. He is like
Me
one of
too.
my favorite players. But like just looking at his stats is like, wow.
Yeah,
that
Jarvis,
is
dude.
such
Like
a
I said,
sucks.
Jarvis was my boy when he played for SK. You remember SK Gaming?
Yes,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
do.
Dude,
Okay.
Jarvis was the GOAT. Jarvis was a gunner, and then he just fell off. He also was really good on EG and Dark Zero for a bit.
Yeah, because SK became Dark Zero, but
Yes.
because Jarvis was only on there for, was he even on there for a full season with them? And
Who?
when they became DZ.
I don't know.
Oh, he was on
he
SK
was on
Gaming for a
DZ.
while.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know,
and then they
SK
became DZ.
became DZ.
No, he was not on DZ for long. I don't know why though.
For
He
long.
was still good.
Yeah.
Well, they dropped him and picked up like I think they picked up Hyper for him.
Yes,
Maybe
that's who it
not.
was. You're right.
I think so.
No,
But,
you're
like,
right.
But yeah, like Jarvis, like but even in Challenger League, he was going off in Challenger League as well.
Yep.
So like, I don't understand what happened. Maybe it's just not a good fit on the team or something. I just don't. Like I think Jarvis is a good player, but like after that like split, yikes,
Yeah,
does
didn't
not
look
look good.
No. He also is playing a little bit of a weird role from like what you see.
Because I think he's IGLing, but or at least like helping with IGLing, but he's also playing like Sledge and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, or no, is he playing Sledge? I forget exactly what he's playing. He is
But,
playing
like,
kind of a weird.
It's weird because rosters are locked. Like all these players that like I think it also keeps competitive Siege competitive because then these pro players knowing that rosters are locked and they can't get switched out, they could underperform. Like really though, like they could be like, whatever, my job's safe, dude. I got time to get better, like to perform better.
Point.
But if you keep it where rosters aren't locked and there is always players coming for your job, that keeps those players competitive and that keeps everything competitive. Like right now, there's a huge skill gap in NAPL if you don't notice.
I think
Between
it's gotten better though.
like,
Yeah,
the-
it definitely has got better, but like between like Tempo and SSG
Oh, yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
yeah,
Like
I-
Tempo's got good players, but they're not, that roster isn't good together, I feel. Like Creators, he's a gunner, dude. That guy's,
Yeah,
that
Creators
guy's
is
really
crazy.
good. He could be on any of those teams right now. Same with who's the other guy that's on
I
Tempo?
think. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, what were you saying?
I was just gonna say just something about Creators. I was gonna say if Tempo Storm does get relegated, I think Creators would be a perfect or like a really good fit on OXG.
Oh yeah,
I feel like OXG
Place
could
of
drop
who, though?
someone. I don't know.
Slash.
I was gonna say Slash too.
I don't know about Slash
Yeah.
because
Slash.
I like Slash.
Yeah, I do.
I feel like I know Bio's their IGL, and so I don't think that would really work swapping Bio for like Creators.
Right.
So I don't know actually, but I
Unless
think
Fox,
he
they
would
went
fit on
back
that
to
team.
IGLing. That's
Yeah,
my-
he could, I
that-
guess.
But that'd be like a whole big. It wouldn't be like a 1-for-1. That'd be like we bring on a guy and we like revamp the whole roster.
It's true. That wouldn't just be a trade. So yeah, I don't know, but yeah, creators is really good, and even Dream and the other guy,
Yeah, what's that one guy? Shark.
Mark.
Mark,
Yeah, he needs to just go
Dream and-
coaching. He'd be a good coach. I don't think he's at that caliber
he
anymore.
was on the old Cloud9 roster, was he not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he was wasn't he with Foxy? Was it Foxy and Cloud9?
Yeah.
Or was that?
Yeah.
No, that was yeah.
He was
And then they went to Reciprocity together. Or
It's a
something like that.
reciprocity.
Team
Whatever the
Reciprocity.
fuck it's called.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
because Mark was on the team that won DreamHack with
Yeah.
Goddess, and then you never heard from them again because
Yeah.
they just went down the drain.
Yes, I agree. Yeah, Mark would be a good coach though, like actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's weird.
I think if I can add one more thing to the NAPL or the U.S. Pro League, I guess is a better way to categorize it. I think this season, I think the Sonics like got their spot in
Oh.
the top 5.
Oh yeah.
Like they,
No, speaking of that, E United. What the fuck?
oh, they're off the face of the earth.
You don't think they're good?
Looked good. They looked good.
Well,
What? I was gonna say
okay.
they look better than they were supposed to. What do you mean?
Are
I
we-
thought
are
they
we-
were pretty
Are we
good.
talking about like the whole season going up to the major?
No,
Are you talking
just
like right now?
Like the back half kind of thing.
yeah.
I mean, they
When they picked up Rexon and the other
They're
guy.
not even in relegations
well,
though,
like,
are they?
like when they dropped
No, they're
Forest and
Yeah.
Callout.
Yeah.
I,
Like they
I
picked
think
up
that was,
Rexon
like,
and the other guy.
I think E United has a lot of talent. They just need to figure out where they fit.
Like Kazan, that guy's a gunner.
Yeah, they just need to like they need to get like a system and then stick to it and then actually like have a plan, because beforehand it was like send bodies into the building and see who dies first, and most of the time it was your hard breach.
They've changed that though.
I know, like
Yeah.
I'm talking about like the old E United
Yeah.
here, like earlier in the season.
I think the most shocking thing about US PL is Tempo Storm actually being relegations though. You know what I mean? Like I don't think like who did you guys think was going to be in relegations first?
I thought United for sure, but after
Really,
their
I said
performance,
Disrupt. That's who I was thinking. Disrupt Gaming.
They need to figure out their stuff too.
they're a weird team. Disrupt
Yeah.
is weird.
Well, they have NJR.
They do.
He is carrying them at this point.
Oh, actually, Shuttle has been doing God's work.
My
Shuttle's
boy.
been going crazy the last couple games for them.
I think they're another team that they just need to figure something out. I mean, they had like a cool story to start with, like, oh, it's a bunch of like veterans who got dropped from other teams, but clearly it wasn't working, and then they dropped Nyx, but like it didn't seem like any improvement came out of that.
Yeah, I don't think they should have dropped Nyx. I
Yeah.
get there was like a little bit. He was kind of toxic, but he's actually not toxic. He's just very vocal, and some players just don't like that.
He
Like,
gave
he's
me a
got
compliment,
big
so I
voice.
like him.
Yeah, that face it tournament.
What
Yeah.
happened?
He was Monty. He said you're probably one of the best Monties I ever seen. That's what Nick said.
That's funny.
Yes.
You were playing in a Face 8 game with Nyx?
Yeah, we did. I actually
Oh,
clutched
nice.
against him and was it Alec?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Young Alec?
Yeah,
Oh,
it
cool.
was pretty.
You guys are in the big leagues.
Oh yeah, that's how he became a known player. You know.
Now you and Nyx talk every day, you know?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Be like that.
Do you have anything to add, Kyle? I see you're muted. I don't know if that's intentional or not. You maybe have something going on.
Yeah. So I think. Oh yeah. Speaking of pro league and shit, since we're on this topic, anyways, probably be on it for a while because it's interesting and it's good to talk about.
Oh yeah. For sure.
I think they need to add more CL teams for sure, and PL teams. Honestly, I think there needs to be more teams.
Or start up
and each
CCS
division.
again. Like there needs to be some other like high-tiered level league beyond like I mean like there's nothing wrong with like notable T3 leagues, like you have like ESA, SCL, like stuff like that. But like
Yeah.
CCS needs to get going again. That was
It
like,
is.
Isn't it?
oh, it is now.
It literally did.
When-
like
when-
just
Yeah, it's back
it
up.
just launched again.
We were literally talking about that earlier. But
Well, I
We're
knew
talking about doing
I knew they
Yeah,
were
this
supposed to,
is
but I
happening.
haven't been in their Discord in a little
get
bit.
on Twitter, Bob.
Dude, I don't
Hey,
have
get on
time for
Twitter.
Twitter sometimes.
Bob's always asking me and Rage for like what's happening on Twitter
Yeah,
these days.
you guys are
I'm
having like
dude,
a whole
just-
conversation about it. I'm just like, hey, somebody fill me in the loop. Maybe I should just that's where I should waste my life away on Twitter. Sometimes I just get
Yes.
like a headache reading some of the people's stuff though. I'm like, just get out of here.
Yeah,
That's the
I
part
don't
of the
think-
joys.
like I like CCS, but I feel like definitely in the Canadian scene we need more CL and PL teams because honestly I feel like there should be more teams. Like how many PL teams there are in NA? Like 6?
Or
Or it's
Oh, there's
four
four.
in
Look at that.
Canada, but in the U.S. there's 8.
Yeah.
8.
Well, they originally were going to do 10, but then again, you go back to that whole Luminosity Evil Geniuses issue.
Right.
There was going to be 10 teams, but imagine if Luminosity and Evil Geniuses were still in. Where do you think they would have placed?
Like NVK EG or
Yes, like NVK, Modiga, all that, Spades, like that team.
I just don't think they had enough time together, if I'm being honest. 'Cause-
I think they would have been fine because
Yeah.
Spades and NVK played a while back, did they not?
I don't think so. Spades is Spades is new. Like Spades and Mo are new.
Like I think when that roster was dropped, they just didn't have a whole lot of time together. Because like
I think the
each began on, like, a
Luminosity
big
one.
slump.
Luminosity definitely would have been good.
Yeah, they were actually a really good team, Luminosity. Even with Jarvis, I think they were actually a pretty good team.
Yeah, they were. That was Jarvis's last team before, like his last PL team before Tempo. Yeah, I think they do need to add more teams. I think 10, even in like CA, like Canadian, would be fine. It just keeps it more entertaining, and there's it's more competitive. If I'm gonna be honest, like that's my opinion. Like CA PL, it's only 4 teams, man. Nordic, Livid, Mirage, and fucking what's the other one?
Altiara.
Yeah,
Or
Altiora.
Alti,
And it's
yeah.
basic, like it's just
It's just Mirage slamming everyone pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I honestly like. I think maybe try and move it to 6, and that
Yeah.
could like
For
be
PL?
interesting. Yeah, for PL, and then maybe like 6, and then move both Challenger leagues to 10, and then try it. Like
Yeah, that'd be good.
I just think like. I think ever since they updated the system to where Challenger League and Pro League weren't cycling as much, it's been like it's kind of gotten a little bit stale. Like pros can get too comfortable because like, oh, we have an entire year before we even have to think about relegation.
yeah. There needs. I agree. There needs to be.
More-
It needs to be like
more stuff coming in now.
like soccer.
I think every season, like how they had it, like every season there's a relegation match. Whether it's
Yep.
2 like maybe at the Invitational it'll be the bottom 2 and the top 2, but at least like every quarter, like have like one team move up or down.
Yeah, that's true. There's only one relegation now a year, right?
Yeah, so you have one, if you make it through the grassroots system, through the bracket into Challenger League, you have one shot every year to make it into Pro League, assuming
Yeah,
that
which
you
is
take Challenger League
stupid.
and win it.
It also takes competitive players away
Yeah,
because they're like, "Fuck this shit."
but that's like
Now
where
I
another
gotta wait a
thing.
whole another year.
But that's where another thing where it could just be adding another big league into Siege could make that impact.
Yeah. Maybe like they need to connect all these like T3, T2, T1, like connect it all, like make it all on the Rainbow Six scene. You know what I mean? Like have like something that's under CL, like
Like a feeder system.
yeah,
in the
yeah.
CL.
You know what I mean? Like
Good.
the NHL is the NHL, AHL, then it goes East Coast Hockey League. You know what I mean? Something like that. That'd be cool, actually.
Yeah.
I think that'd be
Yeah, you
really
just
cool.
go. I mean,
Good
at that
idea.
point, yeah. Go ahead, Kyle.
No, I was just saying, why have like a bunch of random ass leagues like ESA, CCS? They have nothing to do with each other. Maybe like if Ubisoft has like their own organized thing, it would be a lot better, and it would probably focus more on like actual skill rather than being known to be
Yep.
popular.
I agree. That's
Like,
also a
based-
thing. It
and
goes
based
with
on-
Wow.
Yeah, but like based off what you guys are saying about like developing a better like T3, T4 scene. I mean, Europe has their national leagues, and
That's
that
what I'm
really
saying
helps.
too.
That really helps. That's why their Challenger League is like
Better.
more respected than ours in like in
know-
America.
I
Yeah.
110% agree with that. Or like regionals, like they have regionals too, right? In Europe, I
Yeah.
believe. Like regionals, nationals, like that
Yeah,
shit's
they
that's
have all
good,
that.
dude. That's something we need. We need Canadian,
Yeah.
the US one. Like it's I don't know, man. Like even in
Mhm.
Latin America, don't they have that? They have nationals, don't they?
Yeah, they have like the
They have the
Brazil
BR6.
R6.
Yeah, Brazil,
Yeah.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't know what's up with the North American scene. Maybe it's everybody's like who you know, shit like that. That's what it's more like. Because honestly, EU people, like you'll see EU players just come out of nowhere. Like you know what I mean? Like what's his
Hixty
name?
on Rogue.
Who?
He's kind of Hixty on Rogue. He played in place of Aces when he got benched, and I had literally never heard of that guy.
Yeah,
Wait,
that's what I
Hixie?
mean.
Hixty. He's got an X in his name. I don't know.
Is that the same guy who played back on was it Ents? Like way long ago, or is that a different guy I'm thinking of?
I actually have no idea. I had no idea who this guy was, and he was playing on Rogue, and he was going crazy.
Yeah, it's not even just like Empire. Empire really came out of nowhere too.
Well, they have to get Russian players, and that's like smaller pool of players.
Yeah, but like,
to be fair,
you know what I mean? Like they did come out of nowhere. To be honest.
Empire really did.
Yeah. Like that one year they had where they pushed, but I think they lost to G2 with that huge coastline game. The game that went like 4 hours or some shit like that. Do you guys remember that?
Yeah.
I do.
I wish they brought that back. That kind of where it's first one to win by 2 in overtime. That was competitive.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That showed endurance.
Because
that shit was
it
sick.
It was the same way in the Evil Geniuses G2 match, like when it came down to coastline, and Pengu had that like 1v2 clutch. Like those are like the memorable moments in Siege when it all comes down to that. Like that is awesome.
Speaking of that, can you guys remember a memorable moment for Siege in the last year?
I mean, is
competitively?
Well, actually, the only thing I can think of is BDS coming back to beat G2. Like that was a huge thing for me because like,
that was big.
G2 is like these big dogs who like they came back, like this is their comeback story, and BDS comes out of nowhere and takes them three maps in a row to win.
Yeah, but that was only hyped up because Shaiko and Pengu beef.
I mean, yeah, but like for me, it was more like just BDS is like they're just like a smaller org underdog story kind of thing. Like G2's like Return to Terror, and then like BDS is like nah. But yeah, the whole Shaiko Pengu thing is a stupid debate. We won't get into that though.
Yeah, they don't even beef, like they're friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I also have the Pro League thing up here now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you want to go over that?
So, save the dates on your calendars. The schedule for each of the regional majors is as follows. Latin America, October 30th, November 1st. Europe, November 6th to November 8th. North America, November 13th to the 15th. And Asia Pacific, November 25th to 29th. You can catch me dead watching that, if I'm going to be honest. That's boring. You guys ever watch APAC?
It's just on at weird times. Like if I'm watching Siege, I'm watching the recordings of it, and typically if I'm watching the recordings, I'm watching my favorite teams.
Who's your favorite APAC team?
Mine is Fnatic.
Mine would, yeah. Fnatic's the only team I really know beyond the Giants.
Fnatic was good when they had Rizraz.
Oh yeah, Rizraz.
Yeah, I don't even know where that guy went.
No idea either. But I used to like Norengo. But then, like, obviously the controversy that happened with the coach and everything. And then they kind of just, like...
Wait, what happened with the coach, again?
Wait, you guys never heard about that?
No, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh my goodness. Okay, do you guys know Kazoku? He was the coach of Norengo? Or, like, he wasn't really the coach, but, like, I guess he was.
Yeah.
The hype beast?
Yeah, he was kind of like the hype beast. Everyone loves Kazoku, right? Well, apparently he was, like, holding back money from the players or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Big scandal about that. So yeah, that's what I heard. But like Norengo, they just replaced a lot, or like a lot of the players that I really liked, kind of like left the team. Like a lot of the memorable players that I remember. So I don't really care about them as much anymore. They're like
they had a sick Habana camo.
Oh that? Yeah.
I have that on console.
Oh, speaking of that, so many skins. I think all of us, since we all came from console, we have so many skins.
Not transferable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I spend so much money on console.
It's only for like Valhalla or like in these other random games.
Ask Wilson how much of a drip lord I was on fucking console, bro.
I think he has $1,000. Like
yeah, I think we added up, and I have like over $1,000 spent on the game on console.
Too much. So much money.
I have every elite skin leading up to like the time I got off. So I think the last elite skin that came out was Capteo, and I had all of them. I had every Pro League but Glacier. And I had the Mouse Esports teams, like Mouse Esports. That skin was literally out for like 3 days because the org disbanded.
Yeah. That's right. They got relegated. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so just real quick, they're not doing it for Siege anymore.
Nope.
Wow. They should rethink.
Were they planning on doing it?
Nope, never. It was
rumored. Like
people didn't perceive it properly. It was they announced the Ubisoft Connect thing, and then people were like, "Oh, we're going to be able to transfer our console accounts over." But then, like, I did some digging, and then I went to the website, and there was this little oh my god, that star thing, and then in fine print at the very bottom it said Asterisk.
Yeah.
Only for new games, and then it said Valhalla, and then 2 other games I've never heard of in my entire life. So yeah, all the Siege players were super excited for that, all for nothing. I don't know why they don't do it. Probably just money, but Seems kind of stiff to me.
Yeah, so with the prize pools for the things, it's actually different for each region. So North America, first place gets 50%, and the prize pool is 125,000, so they get 62,500. The team. Second place gets 31,000. Third place gets 18,000. Fourth gets 12. Europe's the same, but you go to Latin America, and it's actually first place, the Brazil division gets 50,000. Second place gets 25,000. Third place gets 15,000. Fourth place gets 10,000, and then the Mexico division final match, first place gets 10,000. Second place gets 7,000. So I don't know how I feel about that, because technically, like, Latin America is Mexico too. Like, I don't understand why.
Yeah, but technically, Mexico is actually part of North America.
Yeah, I know, but like,
But
for the way
Latin America, they speak.
Wise.
Oh, true.
Well-
That makes sense. Spanish and Brazilian.
Well,
And Brazilian, Portuguese.
okay. I was like,
Portuguese.
okay.
Oh, man,
And then
that's funny.
for the LATAM, oh, that's never mind, that's different. Asia Pacific, the North Division gets 25,000. Second, they get like up to sixth place gets money in the North Division.
But yeah, so
Like-
so they get 50,000 in first place, and the like the North America gets 625,000.
No, it's just 62,000.
62.
Oh, 62,000. And this is for the invite?
No, for the new major, the major.
Yes. November 6th major.
Oh,
Oceanic,
okay, sorry. I thought you were talking about
Oceania or
invite.
whatever gets 15,000. Second gets 9. Third place
No,
gets
invite's
6.
way more.
South
Yeah, that's what I
Asia,
was considering.
7,500. Like, it's pretty weird. So, how to get a spot? The North American region will see 4 teams compete in online November 6th major at the end of stage 2. The top 3 U.S. division teams will be automatically invited to join the major. 4 team will be selected through a North American qualifier, posing the 4th, 5th, and 6th ranking teams of the U.S. division and
Alright, that
first
already
place
happened.
team of the Canadian division. Yeah, that already happened.
Oh, speaking of that, actually, so Mirage played against SSG, and they got destroyed. Like, they got destroyed like 7-0, 7-3 or something like that.
Yeah.
So, like, that just goes to show, like, Mirage is by far the best team in Canada, and, like, they just got mopped by SSG.
Yeah.
I gotta
kinda-
remember though, the Canadian division hasn't been around as long as the
I know, and that's the thing.
Right.
It's just, they're just not gonna be as good as them until you let them have
They
the
do more
time
teams.
and more teams as well, more experience. But like, yeah, like just it's kind of crazy. Like the best Canadian team barely can compete with like SSG or like one of the top like.
Pretty sure they got rolled by Disrupt too, didn't they?
No, they got rolled by
Mirage.
Dark Zero last time.
No, but like they played against Disrupt as well. Disrupt
really?
like beat them really like they went like I think they went like 7-1 on one of the first map, but the second map was like 8-6 or 8-7. Like it was an overtime.
But
Or
like,
time,
I think Mirage is just they all have chemistry, but there's really no outstanding gunner. You know what I mean? Like,
I think Quartz is pretty good. I think Quartz is actually like probably their best player. I would say.
yeah, that's I would have to agree with that. But like Flynn's a good caster. Do I think he's like an amazing player? No. But whatever. Like,
Yeah.
is what it is.
Yeah, and it's tough for Canadian teams to get better because it's such like it's not a very well developed scene yet. No one really knows who like the good players are. Like you guys, for example, like people don't know about you. All like the T3 scene, even T2 scene, like no one really knows who's actually good. So
I agree.
just gotta give it time, honestly.
Yeah, that's what we're doing. We've been a team, like us four, been together for a crazy amount. Yeah, it's I think we're up and coming though. Like
Yeah.
we're definitely
You
gonna
guys
take it
almost
over.
made it.
We've made
Yeah, we did.
a lot of improvements though. We're not even
Yes.
close to being the same team we were during the last quals.
Yeah, I agree. And if we get that 5th, who will stick around, we should be good, man. Honestly.
So I actually have a question. I watched one of your guys' games last qualifier. Before you played Dislats, the game before that was streamed. What team did you play? What were they called?
Talents.
again? Okay. I'm not gonna lie. You guys should have destroyed them. Like you guys beat them. What was it 2-1 or 2-0? I don't remember actually.
2-0.
2-0.
It was 2-0. but like the maps were like decently close. But like just by the way you guys were playing compared to them, like you guys should have
Oh, there
destroyed
was a big
them.
skill gap. 100%. We should have.
Like
Yeah.
you guys were way better
What
than them.
did you see us on Villa or just
We
Oregon?
fucked
Just
them up
Oregon.
on Villa. It was 7-1
Yeah.
Oh,
on Villa.
you
But
saw
Oregon,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Villa
Yeah,
was
I
7-1,
only saw
was
Oregon.
7-5, I believe.
it
Okay.
was 7-4.
We
I think,
also were
actually.
lacking the 5th.
And I guess the direction in terms of IGLing in our attacks specifically, which has
Yeah.
improved a lot recently.
Wait, so who's playing during that game? Like who was all on the team at that time?
The 4 of us, and then we had Relentless, who's now dropped, and
Okay.
that's what Invited's talking about. We're looking for a 5th right now.
Wait, who's the 4 of
Just,
us?
yeah, just to clarify, that's myself, Invited, Kyle, Rage, and then it was Relentless was our 5th at the time.
Oh, okay.
But
Yeah.
Kyle has improved tremendously. I've improved tremendously. Rage has as well. Bob is still shit.
Knew it was
Um,
coming. I
just
knew
kidding.
it was coming.
Since you
No,
left
but
for us.
everybody's improved. Everybody's improved
Yeah.
tremendously. Like aim wise, game sense wise, like they don't hear me say, "Man, it's just game sense." Like I haven't said that in a while, so you guys obviously know you're improving. Before, bro, I swear to God, dude, if I'm gonna keep it blunt, North, these 3 probably had the worst. Like there's been times where I've just wanted to fucking leave because the shit they do sometimes just blows my mind.
feel like severely
But-
attacked in saying that.
But they're not. It wasn't as much as you though, Bob. You weren't as bad. But Rage and Kyle, sometimes they would do some stuff like where I would just wanted to like grab my G Pro, shove it up my ass, and like
Yeah.
like
picking Ace in his scrim when he was still like not in Pro
oh
League.
my God, was that with you?
Yeah, that was.
Dude,
I was
I actually almost left you guys, because
Wasn't that
we,
fatal?
we had to talk with about you guys
Yeah.
yeah, I almost left you guys. That's the first time I met
to
Bob.
convince you. Yeah, we
Yeah,
had to
they
convince you
literally
to
were
stay.
convincing me because I was like, I don't know, I'm still trying out for other teams, and I'm like, you know what, these guys are actually pretty good and they're pretty chill, so I was like, fuck it, let me give them a chance, and then look at us now, we're actually improved a lot. So
Oh yeah.
So funny though.
yeah, that was,
Everyone was like,
Oh my
"What the fuck?"
dude, I'm like, because the first thing I said when he's like, I'm gonna 6-pick, I'm like, oh okay, this guy's gonna 6-pick. I'm just an entry though, right? Like I was just clicking, like I was just Ash, and then I'm like, then I'm like, did he just pick Ace? And you guys are like, Fatal, you can't go Ace. Like being so nice to him, I'm like, that's concerning. That's
Yeah,
what I said.
I do
That's
remember
literally my
that.
words.
Yeah,
Like that was my
remember-
first tryout, and I'm like, that's concerning.
Remember when we're like, all right, we're gonna get our preferred maps here. Like everybody type in your favorite map in 3, 2, 1. Everybody has these maps, and then Fatal just has Outback.
Yeah, I know.
No way. No way.
Yeah.
Nope.
True story.
I love the kid.
Dude, that guy's hilarious, man.
I love
Holy
him,
shit.
but just competitive
Yeah.
siege isn't for him.
He-
That's all.
And
it
then
is.
He just needed to be brought up to speed more.
Yeah.
yeah. Then he ran what is it, the AA12 on fucking Maestro,
my
playing
God.
Heaven on Cafe.
God.
He was unconventional, we'll say that.
In a bad way.
Yeah, that was
Oh
bad.
my god.
Would have to agree. But yeah, we've been doing good. We actually have a league game tomorrow if you want to watch it, North.
I saw that you guys had a match the other day, and I really wanted to watch it, but then my girlfriend came over, and I was like, no, because I
It's
can't.
Draconic. We've destroyed them.
Yeah.
I'm going to be back on the Ash, so you'll be seeing me frag out.
Were you taken off the Ash? Whose
Yeah, I know,
decision was
shocking.
that? Holy shit.
It's not-
No, it's because
Was that you?
we needed a flex IGL. Like we needed an IGL, and it just it just was not the play for us. Like it worked actually in the
You
one
are the
game.
Ash, man. Like, holy
But-
man.
After that, we were like today especially, I'm like, dude, this is not gonna work. We should have
I mean-
listened to Bob and Rage in the first place though, where we should have just gone with the new way, where you have strats for attack instead of just the old conventional IGL, because
Like,
it's
you just
so-
call whatever you want.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just glad we got that on
Yeah.
recording so I can go back and listen to that over and over again.
That's gonna take some work though. Like all working together, like no specific IGL. I feel like that's gonna take a little
Oh
bit.
yeah.
We do have the time for it though. That's the good.
Well,
part.
it gives me more. It makes me less stressed though, because I know what you guys are doing, and I'm able to just make my own. Like I'm always gonna make a play. Like I'm always gonna make a play if it comes down to it, and you guys can rely on me most of the time to make that play. Because I'll either get 2 kills and then you guys just clean up the round. You guys are actually really good at cleaning up the round. I have to say. Like when I say I die, you guys clean it up pretty good though, because I usually get like 1 or 2 kills, sometimes even more. You guys usually never really throw. We did with Relentless, but
I think we choke a high amount of 5v3s.
yeah, we do. I agree.
But we used to be so much worse though. But for now, we take advantage of the opening kills quite well.
Yeah. I think we do need to play with like a little bit more aggression. Like you're starting to do that, Wilson. Bob's starting to do that. Rage needs to play with a little bit more aggression. Like that one game we already talked about. I'm gonna keep talking about it though. Like where I was like on this ping, go off the intel. Like we don't go off intel enough sometimes, but
that's why I wanted to push the Mozzie there. When you're like, she's on her drone, she's on her drone. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna bum rush that bitch.
You should have pushed. You should have concussed her though. Got to use that because concussions are so OP.
Yes.
Yeah, we're basically just doing a VOD review at this point.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah.
Anyway,
yeah, actually, when this goes live, if you guys are listening to this on the day that it comes out, you can actually watch us play live in our league, twitch.tv/WNB League. We'll be playing at 7:30 Eastern on October 29th.
And we will be playing Dexterity Esports, a bunch of 14-year-olds that have egos bigger than their head.
Nice.
Back to what we were talking about with the egos. All Twitter warriors, all of them.
Yep, and also that GK Kid is the worst caster I've ever seen in North America.
True.
The guy was eating his dinner while casting.
No way, bro.
Dude,
I shit you not. He was eating while casting, smacking his lips.
That's kind of gross, actually.
And one round, me and Wilson were playing Meeting for Kids, and we're literally like playing it really well. And he's like, "Oh, I don't know. This isn't looking good for Invited and Killer." And then we get like, yeah, it's literally like the perfect strat.
Opposite.
It's literally. Yeah, it's
Pro
literally
strat.
it was used 12 times, the same strat 12 times in Pro League on Oregon, and it was won 12 times.
Wow.
Oh, bad positioning here for Invited and Kyle. And
Literally.
Then we get pretty
Can't
much
reveal our
3K.
strats.
That was
I don't
so
know.
funny, Wilson.
We haven't
That
lost it
killed
yet. We haven't lost doing that strat yet.
Yeah, but
So that's
Yeah,
always good.
That was funny.
yeah, if you want to check us out, catch us tomorrow. You can see how we've been improving. And who knows? Only a few of you guys will get this joke, but in the future, a storm might be brewing.
I don't get it.
I get it.
We'll explain
new
it to you
fifth.
later. Yeah.
Nerd.
I
He
thought it was
still
pretty
doesn't
clever.
get it. I thought that was good. That went
Okay.
right over his head.
Yeah. But yeah.
He's just a knuckle dragger, though.
What else?
No,
What else
pretty
did you guys want to talk about, or was that pretty much all the boxes?
Let's talk about the fact that Allie Princess never plays with us anymore. She went on your podcast and just egos
Actually,
us now.
first of all, I don't know if you guys had listened to it, but she was trying to make the argument that the UMP was better than the AK-12.
Oh yeah. What was
That
that?
is just not.
What?
She
literally
Allie
said
does
that.
not like the AK-12,
Allie,
but she
Allie,
likes the UMP.
I know you are high up in Elevate, but you were blatantly wrong. Stop watching Aussie Pro League. That is so not true. I am an UMP fan. I love the UMP. I love Pulse. I dog with the UMP. Would I, if I could choose the AK over the UMP? Would I? You damn fucking
Yes.
right. Like,
That's
I
my
would. I wasn't hates the UMP.
I'd use the pistol.
I do
you know, if
think,
you guys,
speaking of that, I do think that needs a rework though. Like, I think it needs to have a little bit higher fire rate, and I think it'd be better.
Yes.
Like,
I
at least
think-
like 720, 740, something like that.
Okay, this is my take on the UMP. On Pulse, it works fine because Pulse has like a really impactful gadget, and giving him like a really powerful weapon as well is kind of like too much. But like on Castle, him having the UMP is not good. Like,
Yeah.
his gadget isn't good enough to warrant him getting the UMP. Like, give him another weapon.
They should give him an
Like-
MP7
Yeah, sure, give him an MP7. That works.
because that's fine. Like, I
Because
think
like
that'd be best.
casuals would play it more, and then pros would play more. Well, probably not more, but like you get a little more bang for your buck with the Castle.
We actually use we actually implement Castle quite a bit.
He's good. The Castle's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you can use him effectively, with a good team, Castle can be a very good operator.
The EU players use them pretty good, like EU teams.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see them as much in NA, but that's because NA is just a bunch of monkeys. So aggressive,
Well,
dude.
Another problem with using Castle right now, especially in like, T1, T2, is since Buck is never getting used, Sledge is being brought every single round. So having a Castle is like sometimes kind of pointless because they literally have a Sledge every single round,
This is true.
and it's like not wasting any utility, not wasting much time at all because you just boop Sledge it open, there it is. So yeah.
I think they should. I'm curious on what they're bringing next season. Like, I don't know what ops they're bringing. Like, does anybody know? Has there been a leak?
I think there has been a
yeah, like the leaks that I've seen, that this is like super unconfirmed, but it's actually an op similar to Castle. It seems like it's like
Really?
it's like a chick who I believe is on defense. She has Dokubi's DMR, and her
What
gadget
the
is she like
fuck?
throws these like things that look, it almost looks like a ray
On
shield
defense?
for a door. It's like a laser field for a
Oh,
door.
I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw that.
And I didn't
And
really
when you
like,
run through it, it does like half damage.
or like I didn't even like see like how it interacted with people or bullets or gadgets or anything, but it looked interesting, and it was very interesting that they had Dokubi's DMR on defense. Like I feel like they're really blurring the
That's
lines
insane.
between offense and defense now when it comes to weapons. But I don't know. It's still like really early, and the next season isn't until like what, January probably, or December.
December.
Something like that.
Yeah,
I think
December.
it's December, maybe late November actually.
I don't know. I gotta get my Plat 2 back though.
You don't
Hey, we can
deserve
play
it.
after the podcast.
Yeah, I lost 292 elo today when I logged in, and it was
Who were you playing
heartbreaking.
with?
I have no idea. That's the thing. I have zero
I
idea.
think
who
it was,
Game.
I
10
think he
games.
just beat cheaters.
That could have
And
been
Bob hasn't
too.
played a lot of matches, so it's probably just
Yeah.
like 3 games.
Yeah, it's probably from my 3.1 ranked KD this season.
I don't know, man. Yeah, cheaters is an issue on Siege. They need to get a better cheating system, like for real.
It's been bad. I mean, I don't know if it's just there's updating it recently, but there's been so many ban waves the past like couple weeks.
Yeah.
I agree.
I'm okay
Yeah,
with that.
if they keep doing it, if they keep doing Battle Eye like every day, checking it, it's good. That's what you need in a game like this. Also, shutting down all these cheating websites and shit.
Oh yeah.
That's something that needs to happen, but that will never happen.
Yeah, I don't think they have like the
The
ability
authority,
to do that
yeah.
legally. It's not CS:GO. How anti-cheat.
Speaking of that, how about that? You guys know Snake from Amarok?
I do not know.
You guys hear about that shit?
No.
No.
Fill
no.
me in. Is it
So-
more Twitter drama that I'm not up to speed with?
Yeah,
Oh,
we'll forget that.
okay. Is there anything else you guys
Um,
wanted to bring up?
No, man. Like, I think we got everything out until next week.
Yeah, we'll be back.
Yeah, we'll be back. We're taking over the Rainbow.
Yeah, Bob and I are we're retiring.
It's called Gunner the Rainbow. That's
Gunner
what it's
the
gonna be
Rainbow?
called.
I think you should
Shoot
just call
the
it
rainbow.
Kyle Squared,
Kyle
That's what this
Squared.
episode should be called.
or like
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a good idea. Kyle Squared.
I'm not sure if it's big in Canada, but like there was a show down here on ESPN called Mike and Mike in the morning. It could be Kyle and Kyle in the
Who?
evening.
Kyle and Kyle.
Never heard of that.
You're
No,
not
no, no,
getting
no.
me.
Who?
You're not getting me, dude.
Oh no, here we go.
Please.
He knows. I got him
dude, I
so
know.
much the other day.
Oh, dude.
He's like, anytime somebody says who, everybody's quiet in our chat.
I
Like,
get-
nobody responds.
I get harassed more in this team than I think I ever have in my entire life to this day.
You're the American.
I believe
Yeah, I
it.
know.
That's true.
Yeah, you're getting game beat by Canadians. You heard? No, it's all love. We love you the most. If we didn't love you, we would have dropped your ass.
Yeah, true.
I'm just joking. You're our
Oh my
captain.
God.
So,
Bob's our captain.
Bob's a
I get
level-headed.
choked up.
He's like the opposite of invited in every way.
Yeah, me and Wilson are down to be regulars though on this podcast. I
Oh,
think
yeah.
we bring
We will
entertainment.
We will
Are
definitely
you?
have you
You're
guys
cutting
back
this
on.
shit out, right?
No, this is all in.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I haven't said goodbye yet,
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
but I think we're pretty much
Yeah.
good.
So
closing. Hang on. You got rhythm in here?
no, rhythms.
Oh my
not-
god. Some Discord.
Wow.
I'll just sing it. Closing time.
Here we
Just
go.
watch your viewership.
Well, actually, before we close, plug your socials.
Closing time. Just kidding.
Okay. Oh, God.
Kyle STLL on Twitter. Follow me.
My Twitter is invited R6, the best Twitter in North America. Actually,
you barely
that's a lie.
post. Come on.
I post quite a bit actually, more than these meatheads.
Yeah, he posts.
I
Post
posted
at
once.
least once a day.
I posted it once
Alright.
and then deleted it because it was me saying I was gonna make CL.
Did he delete that post?
I deleted it, yeah.
Yikes.
That's
That's
hilarious.
so awkward, dude.
Not even one
awkward.
post.
But yeah,
That's
I will have
Yeah.
all of their links down below, so you guys can go check them out, drop them a follow, sub to them on Twitch, everything.
I don't stream.
I
know you
don't
don't
stream enough. I wish I did. It's just I'm so like computerly like stupid. Like I'm computerly
He's a boomer.
like, retarded.
Yeah, I'm not too great either
Yeah.
with that stuff. But anyways,
Yeah.
I think it's gonna wrap it up for episode 7. I think we had a lot of great discussions. These guys will definitely be back on in the future for sure. But as always, thank you to everybody, whether you're listening to us on YouTube or on one of the other stations like Spotify. And we will see you all next week. with an
I'm gonna
episode.
stop you right there.
What?
Me and Kyle are taking over this podcast. Will be here.
You do the
for episode
outro.
eight.
Do the
We are
outro.
taking
Okay.
this over.
Here. Okay. In that case, then, why don't you take us out, Invited?
See you guys. Good night.
I thought you were gonna sing.
He
And he's
left.
gone. We'll see you next week.